Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to talk about the ending of an era. We're going to have the Pan finale. This has been an ongoing project. I think I've been doing it for 2 years, and it's a really nice project where you highlight other panners. And so you connect them to products and then you try to pan those products or, meet your goal on them. It's both been a chill project, but also a little bit of a stressful one at the end, because I feel like I have gone through all of the panners that I really like and that I remember, but now it feels like I have to search for panners to bring into this project, and panners that I'm really not watching, but oh, they had a nice name, so so let's do something with that. And it's just been a little bit stressful the last couple of months, and so I thought, I think this is the end of it. I think I've come to the end of this project. It's been really fun. It's been fun to have a project where you have longer term goals, also a project where you can have different projects in. So I have a pan that palette, I have a pan that palette in order, I have like a no pan left behind on all of my lipsticks or all of my, what did I have? All of my blushes. And I have like a level up project within this project. So I've had a lot of projects in here. I've even had like an advent calendar project pan for one panner. So it's been a lot of fun and it's been a little bit crazy, and I've enjoyed it so much. So a few of these projects within this project, I think I will continue and maybe bake into some other project like this first one. The first one is the Pan That palette in order. So I have been working on this, I don't know, for 1.5 years or something. This is from ZZ. It's the Solar Cycle palette. And last time I had pan on this shade right here. So I've moved over to this shade. I've only used it twice this month, and I'm okay with that. It's not really my shade, and this is such a fun and easy project to do because you only have to work on one shade at a time, and that's the whole project. And that's why I didn't want it as its own project, but wanted it in here. And it's so fun to know that eventually you will have actually hit pan in all of the shades. Eventually, it will take time. And you can take your time, but you are making progress, steady progress. And you don't really get burnt out. Like, you might get burnt out on one shade, but you just have to go through that and then you will get another one. It's not like I'm using all of this palette and I use it all over and over and over again, and so I'm tired of this palette. No, because it's an ever-changing palette, let's say, because I only use one shade at a time. And so I'm not tired of it. I can't wait to get to especially these two shades. So maybe I'll join this together with Pan That Huge palette or Pan That palette or something like that, or pan those eyeshadows. It could work for that too, and just have one standing palette where I just move on. But I don't want to quit this because I really like to see this progress. I did this project for Taylor Buell, and she was the only one at the time and the first one to do a Pan That palette in order that I watched. So a shout out to her. I'm not sure she does videos anymore. I haven't seen her in a while, so I don't know. And then we move on to Louise Poston. She's been here for a while as well with the hair perfume. I wanted to choose something from the smallest category because she is a bit of a minimalist, and I've only used it once this month. In the other months, I've used this so much, and I've actually used it 147 times in total. So, I have really been using it. I've been loving it. I love the scent. But this month I have just been wearing other perfumes and stuff, and I just didn't feel like I needed anything in my hair. And so Louise Poston, shout out to you. Her videos are very fun to watch. She and Lara Likes Mascara, they often do these thoughtful videos of consumption and a lot of that kind of content. So if you're into that, if you're into sustainability, minimalism, using up what you have, all of that, they have really interesting videos, I would say. Then we move over to Laura Force, and the first time I saw her, she had black and red hair. So I wanted to choose a black and red product. I chose this one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's black here, but it's a blush trio. So we have the red colors in here. And I have been working on this actually, well, for a long time. And usually I only use it once a month because it's really not my colors. And suddenly this month, or 2 months maybe since I updated this, I don't know. But I've actually used it 6 additional times for a total of 38 times in this project. Which is not a lot when you consider how many months I've been working on this, but it's yeah, I've really come into these colors. Like today when I wear like a sunset or like a reddish to well, it looks kind of gold. But my intention for my eye look today was for it to be more red, and yeah, it turned out more gold. But anyway, this turned out to be very beautiful together with it, and I'm using it a lot more today than I have in the past when I've used this. And I am reaching for this like voluntarily. I don't reach for it anymore just because I have to, but when I have a warm tone look, which is not that often, but especially in fall or, you know, beginning of winter or something, I use warm tones, and this goes really, really well with that. Usually I really try to make sure that I have used all of the products in this project at least once, but I forgot about this one. This is a face oil. This was for Samar Mashni, who created the project That's So 2000s. I chose the movie Mean Girls and the prompt pink. This is very pink, so I thought it fit the theme perfectly. It's just that it smells a lot, and my husband doesn't like the scent, and so I wanted to use it when he was away at a trip. And he goes away on those trips sometimes. He works with kids, so sometimes he goes for camps and stuff. And I thought I would use this all over my body and get rid of it fairly quickly whenever he was away. But I forgot about it. And so I don't really know how to use this up. I really want to remember to bring it with me on my next trip, or, you know, whenever he goes away. So I don't know how I will remind myself of that though. I don't know, but I haven't used that even once, so that's a little bit sad. Let's move on to Twintorials, where a couple of girls are talking about their progress, and I thought that was a pretty fun layup for their channel. And so I chose a duo product. This is from ZZ. I have one like concealer side and one bronzer side. I don't typically use cream bronzers, and this one is a little bit hard to blend out, so I don't love it that much, which is why I haven't really used it. I think I've used the light side though. No. Yes, I've used the light side once, so I have used this product once. And I think it was just to use it once, you know. And the concealer side isn't too bad. It's actually pretty good. I just have to remember it. It's not something I usually go for, like a stick like that. So yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer that I didn't get to use that more. Then we have Costello, and she is doing so well on her channel, guys. If you haven't been there, check her out. She's so much fun to watch. She talks a lot about mental health. She does a lot of get ready with me. So if you're into that and colorful looks, if you're not into colorful looks, she's not for you. But if you are, if you like colors, if you like glitter, if you like blue and all of that, then yeah, head over to her channel. This reminds me of Caitlin because this is an all blue palette, or blue and teal, and can you see? Like, this has totally loosened, like this whole mirror. Oh, I mention it every time. Like, if they're going to do these cute 3D scenes, they have to do it better. Like, they can't... P. Louise. This is from P. Louise, by the way. But, like, all of her 3D effect palettes that I have, they fell apart within, like, 2 months. Such a shame. The product is beautiful, though. Like, both the packaging is nice and it has 2 layers. So it's very, very unique, I would say. And the shades, the formulas, all of this is so nice. If you like these kinds of shades, this is the palette for you. It's so gorgeous. And it's got a lot of variety. Whenever I think about this, I'm like, oh, it's so many blues. It has to be redundant. And then I look at them and swatch them, and you know, I'm trying to find dupes, and you can find maybe 2 shades in here that are very similar, or 2 pairs of shades that are similar, but the rest of the shades are actually pretty different from one another. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun to work on this. I wanted to do a level up on each tier, so I wanted to use all of the shades, and then I wanted to hit pan on this tier and on this tier. And I have done the no pan left behind part, but I haven't hit any pans. I have used this white one, I don't know, 20 times more maybe. Like, I have used that one a lot. And then I have used mostly these 2 shades. This is like a white to green shade, and this is more of a very baby blue shimmer, and they're really nice, but I don't really use blues that much. So yeah, I unfortunately haven't hit my goal on her, not even on one tier. But yeah, she is one of my favorite panners out there, and she actually uploads every single day, which is insane. Like, that takes so much. I am trying to do that this month, but I can already see all the time that's going into that. How many hours I will have to sit and edit all of these videos. It will take such a long time. But yeah, I hope I can do it. But anyway, she's amazing. She's really hardworking, and I wish her all the best. And then we have Andi does stuff, and I wanted to do stuff. So I wanted to do a no pan left behind on all of my lip products, or like lipsticks and lip pencils, because they were in like one drawer. So I have used 8 of my pencils, and I think I have like 1 left that I haven't used this year. And so I think I will still try. I can actually show you. This is all of the products that I have left to try this year, and then I have actually tried all of them, which would be really nice because some of these I haven't even tried before. So I had 8 pencils that I tried, and then I had 4 lipsticks. We had 1 liquid lipstick from Oden's Eye in the shade Perfect Plum, and I like these. I was so intimidated when I got these in mystery bags. Was it 2 years ago maybe? And I was like, this is not a shade for me. But actually on the lips, they look pretty good. I tried this one. I think this was a little bit too light for me. It's the Meet Matte Hues from the Balm. Then we have a little mini one from H&M. And this has some like glitter, or like it's metallic, I would say. And I think it's the first time I've used it, or I think I've tried it once before or something, and it wasn't really for me. And it is out there, so you have to have kind of crazy eyes or something and be in that mood to stand out to use it. But it is rather nice, actually. And then I tried this one from Clay. This is a powder to a lipstick formula. So it's a powder in here, but as soon as you put it on your lips, it should turn into like a cream. And this was actually a really nice shade, and yeah, I was stunned by this one actually. It doesn't work as well as I think it should. It still feels powdery when I touch my lips, so I kind of have to, I don't know, try to moisturize it with my lips or something, or smudge it out like between my lips to work it into that cream. But otherwise it's a really nice shade. So Andi Does Stuff is rolling out with all of the others. A shout out to her. Then we have MissBoux, and because she had a really great month with skincare, I wanted to bring in some skincare for her. I wanted to use both of these up. These are from Bioma. It's the serum and the day cream. And the day cream is finito. You know, I have used it up, which is great. This one I'm very close to finishing off. I can't use the pipette anymore. It doesn't really reach all the way down, so I am like pouring it out in my hand. So this will probably definitely be be in my empties by the end of the year. But otherwise, like, I would probably, like, if this project would have stayed, I would probably wait just a few days to finish this, to have like a panner rolling out before I roll someone else in. Because I think I'm only a few days away with that one. Then we have Jessica, or Makeup.misfit, who created the Alice in Wonderland project pan this year. And I randomly chose a prompt from that project. And the prompt was a color story you use in fall time. And I chose the Cobra palette because I love this for the fall time. This is what I'm wearing today. So like the red, the oranges, this one I'm using all over my lids, and this one, like, this is a very autumny palette to me. The reds, like, I feel like these are the leaves that should be in a tree, you know? It's such a nice color story. I love it so, so much. I wanted to use it 6 times, and usually, you know, when I'm working on so many different projects and so many different shades, I usually, you know, mix and match shades. So when I said I want to use this 6 times, I meant I want to use only this, which is not something I typically do. And so I have used it today for a total of 1 time since the last update. And then I had used it twice more in the previous month. So I have used it 3 times out of the 6. What can I say? I really like it. And I think it was a good goal because I don't usually do that with palettes in general. But I really do like when I get to do it. So maybe I should do more of that. And then lastly, we have Ravneet, who I brought in last time. And I wanted to choose an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette for her. This is the first ABH palette I've ever tried. And this is what it looks like right now. I haven't used it before, so any disturbance is from the last month, which isn't a lot. I have used the first shade, Pretty, 1 time. Dawn, I've used twice. Sunburst, I haven't used at all. Softly, I've used once. Sunset, none at all. Fireworks, I've used twice. Rosy, I've used once. And Dusk, I've used twice. Now this looks like a very nice cohesive color story. I can't get it to work like a cohesive color story. I feel like these shades don't go together. Maybe if you want to do like 1 crease shade and 1 shimmer, maybe that would work. But most of these shades don't really go together too well. I don't really like them together. And that was a shame. But I'm happy I don't have to work on it anymore then. I wanted to finish it and I'm far from it. And I don't think I will bring it in to finish anytime soon. Anyway, I had touched these shades 9 times in total, and I have used it 4 times. So I almost never used more than 3 shades from that palette, and I still couldn't make it look good. And so I think I will have to have it in pen those eyeshadows or something and just work on 1 shade at a time together with other shades, because it just isn't a really good palette. I'm sorry to say, I really thought I would like it. I thought it looked really cute in the palette, but in reality, I just don't like it. And maybe it's because it's all mid-tones, so you can't really brighten things up. You can't really darken them. Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know. And those were all of the panners. I am really sorry to say that this is the end of Panner's Pan because I have really enjoyed it. I have enjoyed having like a steady project where I know that I just, you know, continue to work on the products until they're empty. And I really enjoy the creativity that it took to match these products with the creators that I was highlighting. But we've come to an end. I have other projects I want to do. I have other focuses and all of that. So, you know, it's been a good ride, but it's time to move on. With that said, I really hope you enjoyed this series. If you're interested in this concept and these videos, I have a whole playlist. You can go to that. And of course, subscribe to me if you haven't already, if you want to see my next step, you know, my projects to come. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, this series, and then I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye!